It's miserable out there. It's been like it all morning. I haven't been able to go out and do anything. But on the positive side, all this rain and there's not a drop in the garage, so it looks like that roof leak's been fixed. Today, I think with the weather like this, it's going to be a bit of a kind of an admin-y day. I've been putting off for the last 2 or 3 weeks doing the insurance renewal on my Leaf. I hate doing it. It's just so boring, but I'm too tight to just accept the first offer that comes in because you know it's never the cheapest. You can always make some decent savings. So I'm going to go through a few comparison sites. Kind of long gone are the days where I spend hours and hours trawling every website I can find and every insurance company. I generally do a couple of comparison sites, and kind of experience is showing me that even if you do then trawl on for the next 2 hours looking at every individual company, you might save a few pounds. It's not worth the time. So I'm going to do that this afternoon and see how we get on. Already it looks like it's going to be more expensive, and that's the first time I think I've ever known my insurance to go up on the same car. So it'd be interesting to know why. I think there's been some new taxes introduced. Why that is, I'm not really sure. I've never really taken any notice of it before, because as I say, generally it goes down year on year, and if you get a new car, it goes up a bit. But yeah, well, we'll have a look, and I'll let you know how I get on with that. The other disappointing thing today is I was supposed to be going to pick up a new kayak. If you've watched some of the previous vlogs, you know that we bought a kayak for the family. It was broken, I took it back, and I've been looking for a new one. I found one. It was a second-hand one, hardly being used. And I was quite excited about going to get it, because it was going to be like a little mini road trip. So I was going to have a drive, pick it up, drive back, and hopefully do a bit of a road trip vlog with you. But having agreed a price with the chap, he's just sent me an email this morning and said somebody's offered him more, and he doesn't know how to get out of it, I'm sure. And so that other person's going to have it, which was really disappointing, because we had agreed it 2 days ago. And, everything was set, planned, ready to go up. And he's kind of let me down there. So back to the drawing board with that. I'm going to have to try and find another kayak. So if I'm going to be stuck in the house for the next few hours doing this research, I'm going to need something to keep me going. And there is only one thing. While that's filling up, there was one thing I wanted to talk about. That was there was spy shots, I think they call them, of it looked like the new Nissan Leaf advert being made. Sorry, that's going to be really noisy. Let's go over it. Yeah, it looked like the new Nissan Leaf advert being made. There's sort of a camera car following it around, but it looked really nice. The front of it, I have to say, looked very kind of Nissan of the moment. Nothing new there, but the back, and in particular the tail lights, I thought they looked really, really nice, really modern. It'd be nice to see a few more shots, and I'm going to have a search around the internet. If I can find any, I'll put them up here, and you can have a look. But yeah, positive, really positive, and we are now hurtling towards that September announcement date. Well, I've just been through my quote. The amount I paid last year was £225 for the year for the two of us. Lots of messing about. I've got that down. I say I got that down. It was a lot more expensive, but I've got it down to £315. And using Top Cashback, which is a site that I often use, I tend to use it if it's also the cheapest quote as well. That brings it down to £250. So it's cost me an extra £25 this year. I don't know why. As I say, maybe there's some extra premiums, but it's done. So that's one admin task ticked off the list. Well, the rain hasn't got any better, and everybody's home now, so we thought, what better way to spend a rainy, horrible summer's afternoon than sitting on the couch eating popcorn, drinking hot chocolate, with our feet up, watching a film.
With our feet up, watching a film.
My lovely family. As you can see, rain has definitely stopped play today. Good old British summertime. The kids have been a little bit kind of cooped up indoors today. They've been out for a bit, but they're getting a little bit bored now, I think. And they're obviously all full of popcorn and chocolate, so that's never a good mix. There's not an awful lot more that I've got on today. A couple little bits that I've been meaning to update you with, but I haven't really had time on the other videos, so I can do that now. In a couple of weeks' time, we are heading over to North Devon. We've booked a little bungalow cottage thing there, so we're going for a few days. Obviously, we're going to drive down in the Leaf, so a little bit of a road trip. It's nothing that should trouble us. It's well within its capabilities, and there's plenty of chargers en route. The only thing I did notice when I started looking around the local area was there is a massive black hole there for rapid chargers. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because it's a little bit more rural, but it's a really popular area to holiday in, so it surprised me. But that said, I spoke to the lady who's renting us this place, and she's been really lovely, and she said it's no issues at all. I can just plug in. There's an outside plug at the I think it is a bungalow as opposed to a cottage. There's an outside plug there. I can plug in there every night, and she's got no problems with that. She didn't want to charge me or anything, so she's also happy for me to kind of tell you about it. But what I'll do, well, obviously when we go down there, I'll be vlogging anyway, so I'll give you all the details then. So that's one thing. That's something to look forward to. It's a holiday to get over the last holiday, because we got back and we were absolutely worn out. So yeah, so that's where we're heading. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about was the steering in this car. The way the steering wheel is now positioned in this car. Last time round I had the new tyres put on the back. Nothing was done to the front of the car. When I drove the car in there, the steering was absolutely true. The steering wheel bang on centre. Now I'm kind of driving slightly to the right, and it really annoys me. When you have your wheels realigned, if you come out of there and the steering wheel's not quite right, it's really frustrating. I don't know why or how it will have affected it. I'm not sure on the kind of the geometry setup of the car, whether having new tyres put on the back would affect the steering wheel. I just don't know. As I say, the same tyres are still on the front. They haven't done anything to the front. I certainly didn't ask them to, and there was nothing to suggest they should even touch them. So I'm not sure what's going on there. I intend to get some other tyres fitted, so I think when I go back in to get that done, I'll speak to them then and see whether there's something that's been done, or whether I just need to get it realigned again. I only had it done a month and a half or so ago, and certainly we haven't had any knocks or anything. And as I say, I drove in. Oh, another Leaf, hello. I drove in and it was fine, and when I drove out I noticed it was off, so I'm not sure what that's all about, but we'll try and get that rectified at some point. And that's about it for today. Rather than kind of dragging things out, there's not a lot more that's been going on today. It's kind of one of those miserable nothing sort of days, which is a bit of a shame, but obviously there's plenty going on, and there's some bits I'm going to update you about in sort of future vlogs. But rather than stretching out today's, I think I'm going to end it here. I've got to get some bits in the supermarket to rush home and have some dinner. So if you've enjoyed today's vlog, please like it and share it, and if you're not doing so already, subscribe to the channel, and I'll speak to you again soon, and hopefully next time the weather will be a bit better.